Fox 5, leading the way.
Well, we're happy to announce after the break, the Bengals just won this game in Pittsburgh. It was very, very close, down to the wire. I think just a 2-point victory there, but we are very excited. We're going to have live team coverage coming up in just a few minutes. But of course, if you watched that game, it was very cold in Pittsburgh, and we're feeling that here. The big story right now is this weather that's moving our way, this storm. So break it down for us hour by hour when we're going to start to see some of this winter storm here.
Yeah, fortunately tonight it stays dry. In the early morning hours, we'll start out dry, but once we get towards noontime, that winter storm going to be moving its way in here. So as we kind of look at a simple breakdown here, just to kind of go through it before we look at the hour by hour, as I mentioned, Sunday early morning, if you have any last minute errands, that's your time to do it, but you only have until about 10 or so, I would say, until that snow moves in. And it's going to be impactful as we go through the midday, especially heavy snowfall in our area, heavy snow showers, I should say. That's going to bring travel conditions to very slick conditions out there. And as we go into Sunday night, that's where we see a little bit of that wintry mix to sleet occur into early Monday. Before then, it changes back to snow showers throughout the morning, afternoon hours, and we're stuck in the 20s. Besides this impact, we also have another big impact for the rest of the week. After this moves through, we're going to be talking about dangerous cold temperatures and even sub-zero wind chills for several mornings and several days here coming our way. But first, let's talk about that winter storm warning starting at 10 a.m. on Sunday, lasting through midnight Monday night. So that covers our entire area. And this storm really stretching for several states here, all the way out to the East Coast, through Kentucky, Indiana, Illinois, out to Kansas and into the Great Plains, where that winter storm is currently making its way through at the moment. So we've had high pressure that kept us sunny today. Hopefully you were able to enjoy some of it, but you're starting to see some of that snow out to the west and that low pressure system that's kind of just meeting up with it, and that's going to help kind of intensify this snowstorm, winter storm, as it comes here into greater Cincinnati. So let's look at the hour by hour. We'll have those clouds increasing tonight as we go into tomorrow morning. As I mentioned, early morning hours, not too bad for us. So hopefully those fans out in Pittsburgh are waking up bright and early to head back here, because by about 10 a.m. we'll start to see some of those snow showers through far south central, southeastern Indiana, kind of north central, northwestern parts of Kentucky there, and that's going to increase through the noontime hour with more heavy bands of snow forming, and then that continues as we go through the afternoon on Sunday, even through the evening, with those heavy snow bands continuing to just deteriorate conditions out there. So if you don't have to travel, I would say don't travel at all Sunday night, because that snow really creating almost impassable conditions out there. As we go into the overnight hours, here's where that little bit of mix comes into play. Now, if you remember earlier this evening, this line was further to the south. Models finally trying to catch up on that warm layer in our atmosphere that's a little bit higher up. That is going to mix over some of this snow to sleet to ice into parts of farther southern Kentucky and into central Kentucky. So we'll see that sleet mix through the overnight right here in parts of Cincinnati, and that could affect some of those totals, snowfall totals. So basically right along the Ohio River, south central Ohio, I think that's where we're going to be seeing the higher variability and some snowfall totals, sleet totals in there. As we go into the rest of Monday morning, though, that sleet switches back to heavy snowfall again. So we'll have a layer of several inches of snow, that layer of sleet, and then on top of that, another layer of more snowfall accumulation that continues through the morning into about noontime. And then as we head into the afternoon hours, we'll finally get rid of that snow, besides a few flurries, some light snow out there, and we'll be drier as we head towards the end of the night and then into Tuesday. So here's an update on that snowfall forecast map. Earlier we had kind of a little bit less, but right now we've increased to about 5 to 8 inches from Cincinnati areas north, with that localized area of more potentially, so 8+ in some areas, maybe around 9 for some localized spots. But in northern Kentucky, you're looking around 2 to 4 inches, but you're also dealing with a little bit more ice in that forecast as well with that transition. So as we go ahead in this forecast, I mentioned those temperatures staying in the 20s Sunday into Monday, with those temperatures in the overnight getting down near the teens. Now keep in mind, while surface temperatures are in the 20s, we still get a little bit of that mixing because of the atmosphere above us, creating a little bit warmer conditions. That snow falls through it, melts, and then refreezes as it gets closer to the surface. And then after that system is when this cold, frigid air is moving in. So really starting Tuesday night into Wednesday, that's where we have those overnight lows near the 0 mark, just under it, but wind chills throughout the day, going to make it feel, even in the afternoon, while we get to 20, making it feel like the lower teens, overnight lows feeling well below 0 with those winds out there. And we could continue to see that not only Wednesday, but then also through the end of the week. So Thursday in the teens, overnight lows there, also in the single digits, sub-0 there. And then as we go into the end of the week, we could see another chance of potentially a little bit of light snowfall coming here into the forecast. So just another breakdown for you to keep in mind. Sunday morning, late morning, 10 a.m. noontime, we'll start to see those impacts increase. And then as we go through the rest of the night, those impacts even increase even more, continue through the day on Monday before this system really starts to wrap up. And after these impacts come through, we're going to be seeing these conditions starting to really cool down as we go into next week.
All right.